Hello, everybody. Welcome to English class. Our teacher told us to make food and sorry, with the ingredients we use in the video, right? So sugar, eggs, rice, anything. Just list the ingredients. Let me actually get the paper she gave us. Okay, just give me a second. Okay. Alright, if I'm not wrong, it's basically how I explained it. Ingredients, spices, and measurements. A gram, millimeter, liter, tablespoon, teaspoon. I'm gonna use all of these words here, And if any of you want to buy me a new thing here, this one broke off. See this? It broke down on the other side. Okay, I might need one of you need to buy me a new one, please. Like I thought, yeah, that makes sense. I'm great at making food. It's the only thing I can't do actually. But my mother just told me, you can make the easiest recipe about rice and it's gonna taste somewhat good. I have all the ingredients down here. I'm gonna show you. Just give me a sec, okay? If I'm not wrong, you should be able to see all ingredients down here, right? Yeah, we also need a little bit of sugar, warm water over here. I'm gonna put it over here. Um, we need a big spoon and a tablespoon. Oh, a tablespoon. We need a big pot over here, right? And to finish it off, some cinnamon. All right. To summarize it, we have a little bit of sugar. This is saffron, by the way. If you search SAFRAN in Google, you should be able to find this. It just makes the rice a little bit yellow, right? This is rose water basically. It just makes it taste a little bit like rose, like a flower, right? I don't know. And we have a little bit of rice. It's unwashed, so we're gonna wash it. And this ingredient, this recipe I'm talking about, right? It's called Shole, right? A Shole means somewhat of a soft, I guess, is what I can imagine by that word. And zard just means yellow, right? So you can imagine it just means soft yellow rice, right? Um, yeah, that's about it from my side. Let's see, how to cook it, right? We have rice that is unwashed, okay? It's kind of hard showing you guys how to cook this while still showing my face over here. So I thought I'm just gonna change the perspective so you see more of the food and less of me, okay? Let me just change the camera POV. So you have like a half cup of a glass, like how much is this? Like 200 grams of rice, give or take. Just basically like half a glass. You put it in the big pot you have over here, or small pot rather. Depends on the portion, by the way. You put all of it in, right? Even these little stuff, you know. You put a little bit of cold water. Put a little bit of cold water in here, right? There's still a lot of it in there. All right, that's enough. What you're gonna do is, of course, wash your hands before you prepare your meal, right? You're just not gonna start like your very nice hands, you know, unwashed from a hard day of work. It should be good right about, just not that much, just a little bit so you can like still, see the rice. You can put a little bit more if it's not like that much. I'll put a little bit more. So now you're gonna use your own hands and, go in circle motion with the water, okay? So what we're basically doing is we're washing the rice, right? We're washing the rice. It's very dirty. If you just put the rice in there without washing it, it's probably not gonna taste that good, okay? So I recommend using this technique, just washing it a couple times. And if you just, went through it a little bit, you're just gonna empty it a little bit, not the whole thing, but remove the water. Let the rice be in there, by the way. Just with your hand like this, and then just pour the water out in the sink. So after we're done that, guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna wash the rice a second time, okay? Cold water again, of course. After you've done that, you're just gonna pour it out again with the same technique, like this. And we have the rice. Wait, I forgot something. I need to wash the rice again. A third time that you need to wash the rice. Isn't it a little bit too much though? Like 3 times? Is that like needed 3 times? But I have to do it though. If you're good, your rice kind of looks like this, hopefully, a little bit. Yours might look a little bit better than mine, I don't know. Um, but it's okay though. Everyone has their own progress. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna put hot water into this, okay? Let me get that ready. By the way, don't add salt and pepper. It's supposed to be a dessert, right? You can put a little bit of salt, okay? Every dessert has a little bit of salt, but you don't usually put salt in this, okay? Usually put it in with meat stuff like kebab or something, but this is supposed to be a dessert, so please don't put your own spices like okay? It's better if you have boiled water though. So if you have that, you can just put your boiled water in there. All right. So it's gonna be, I don't know, like give or take a double the amount of water as much as rice you have, okay? If you have like a small layer of rice, you can just put, a little bit of water in there, not half the pot or the whole pot. But if you have a lot of rice and a big pot, just put like as much as you can, like put your hands in like this. My fingers kind of look weird though when I do this. Look, this one doesn't reach the countertop, okay? I don't know why, but forget that, okay? So you're just gonna put like, I should put a little bit more actually. Okay, so I did put half a pot in there. So just put half of how much the pot is. Or you have a lot of rice there, I would recommend to just put more water in. Basically how you see it, right? So we're just gonna let this boil. We're gonna put it on 9. The strength of the boiling, I guess. Put it on 9, so maximum. And after you put it on the maximum, you wait until it looks a little bit dry. It's still a bit wet, but if you go through it with a spoon, that you don't get like a lot of water in your spoon and rather a lot of water, right? I'm gonna show you after it boils a bit, the water goes down. I'm gonna show you what I mean, okay? Yeah. After like, how much was that? I was standing here for a while, by the way, just saying. After 3 minutes, you know, it should kind of look like this. Let me show you. I hope you could see it. Yeah, kind of like that. And after it looks like that, don't you dare put that off on the pot, okay? Don't you dare. Just just leave it there. After a little bit of time, just still wait a little bit, of course. It's not done. As you saw, it was kind of still in the making. But slowly but surely, you're gonna see the water going down a tiny bit, okay? Just wait a little bit more. Having glasses is really nice. You can just see the ring light and everything. It's just so nice. Um, but besides that, it's kind of looking good, okay? It's bubbling. The boiling is starting to get into business, okay? This is where the important part begins, by the way. So it's gonna look like this. You see that white stuff over there? I hope you can say. Oh, into the camera. Um, I'm almost gonna burn my phone. It's a little bit hot. I'm not gonna do that again, am I? All right. So the water has gone down a little bit, so I can see the rice without it touching the water. Like if there's a little bit of the side on the side that the rice isn't touching the water anymore and it's kind of drying up a little bit, that's your sign to slowly put the thing on from 9 from the maximum to something like 3 or 2. For me, I'm gonna put it on 2, and it's gonna boil a little bit more, of course, because it's still on, but it's gonna be a little bit more, know what I mean? I'm gonna see. I'm gonna show it in a couple minutes. That's how your rice should look like. By the way, if it doesn't look like this, then it's okay because it maybe looks better than mine. Okay. Our rice looks a little bit. I'm kneeling down in the kitchen so you can see me. Isn't that nice? So the rice should kind of look like this, okay? You can see a little bit of rice touching the pot without the water. Yeah, you can slowly just wait a little bit more, like 2 minutes or something. Not 6, 7 minutes, like 2 minutes. Then I'm gonna show you the ingredients again. Maybe you forgot or something. And then we're gonna add it one by one, okay? So actually, I asked from a professional rice maker, my mom, how in what order I should add it in, and she said it doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But yeah, I'm gonna put it in an order I think should be used more often in these days. But yeah, let's see what order I am gonna put the stuff in. Okay. Oh my God, goed, hè? Goed, hè? Oh, goed, hè? Okay, now I got it. Mom verified it's actually perfect. She even did this sign that says it means perfect in one language, I think. I'm gonna use this. Psych. You think we wanna use that? I'm gonna use the rose water, okay? It's really good, right? It tastes really well. It tastes like perfume if you put too much in there. So you see this cap on here? We're gonna put the amount. I'm gonna fill this cap and I'm gonna put it in here, right? So I'm gonna use this, like this, right? This, and here. By the way, this is used in a lot of desserts, a lot of Persian desserts, right? It just tastes amazing with the combination of something ricey, like ice cream, it's used in a lot, and other stuff. So if you have this at home, you know what you're doing, okay? So then, after you've done that, I'm gonna use this. This is for the coloring and a little bit of taste here and there, but for me, it just makes it yellow, right? I'm gonna add all of it because it's almost empty anyways. So yeah, put it in, put it in here. Put this in here. So then you wanna go ahead and stir it a little bit so the yellow spreads around. Make sure your oven, furnace, whatever you stove. I remembered the name. Stove. Remember your stove is still on and it's on the temperature 2, not 9, 2. We still need it to boil a little bit more. But if it doesn't have any water, your rice is actually gonna burn. So make sure there's still some water in there. Doesn't matter if you're almost done. just a tiny bit of water, you know. You can still stir it without it being dry, a little bit of wetness to the rice, okay? And last but not least, we need a little bit of warm water and sugar, right? What we're gonna do is put 2 tablespoons in here. But seriously, 2 tablespoons of sugar, you think that's enough for a whole pot? I'm gonna put 2 whole spoons, this big of a size, in here, in this water, in this. So big spoon number one, like this. And you think that was it? Nope. You're gonna put a second one in there. Use the tablespoon, as I said, as that you should have a one around, okay? And stir it a little bit, a tiny bit, so the sugar, goes around here and there. And now we wait a little bit more till this boils down a little bit more. And if it does, we're gonna add this baby in there. And yeah, your rice kind of should look like this, right? A little bit of yellow still in there, but we still have to wait a tiny bit. Give it a minute or two. And that was a long time though. So let me say in total 5 or 6 minutes. And after you stir it a little bit, you're gonna smell it. All right, smell it. It smells amazing. Okay, it smells amazing. So after you've done that, you're also gonna notice the texture. It's really soft, like you're hugging something soft, right? Yeah, but after you notice that, you're gonna be like, oh damn, that's cool. You're gonna add the sugary water in here. It shouldn't be that much. Now we're gonna stir it a little bit. Gonna leave it here for, let's say, 3 more minutes, give or take. And yeah, we're almost done with the dish. Also, if you want the Shole zart to actually kind of look zart, um, you can put in this, so it turns a little bit yellow. I'm gonna blend in what the name is in English because I really don't know. So you're just gonna put a little bit of that in here. Not too much, just a pinch, basically. It's turning yellow. What a surprise. And after a little bit, right? After a little while, it's gonna. Ooh, ooh. So mine is done, right? If your still is a little bit too wet, there's still a lot of water. Of course, put the temperature up by a little bit, by to 5 or something if you want to. And if it's already burnt, then I'm sorry, but you have to follow my instructions, okay? If you have a bigger pot, you have to look at it yourself. I would rather recommend make it in a smaller portion if you don't know how to cook this or like rice in general. And yeah, this should be it. But yeah, that's it. And this is the final product. I know it kind of looks like a sad soup or like an onion soup or something you don't like, but it tastes better than it looks. Okay, I can guarantee you that. Also, if you don't find it too sweet, or if you don't want to use sugary stuff, you can also use cinnamon. It kind of looks like pepper, but it's cinnamon. And don't put too much of this because you're gonna get a headache if you put too much on there. Just put 1, 2 pinches, maximum of 3 pinches, because this doesn't taste that good. I'm gonna add a little pinch to it. If you mix it, it's not gonna taste as good as if you just put like part of the soup of the dessert in cinnamon. Just put like in a corner or something, and then see if it even tastes good. Now I'm gonna try it and rate it from 1 to 10. Okay. I think there's something missing. Sugar. Um, but in all seriousness, this was my favorite dish as a kid. Okay, this was a banger. Okay, when we didn't have, you know, other foods at home, my mom just made this, and I was like, you know what? What about the other food? I don't care. But this is more like a dessert and not a full meal. But it tastes as good as one. You know, it's rice. It has spices in it, and it doesn't take that long. Okay, come on, it doesn't take that long. The videos may be long, but yeah, like for cooking, it's not that long. You know, yeah. And if I shouldn't forget, okay, me in the future on Tuesday on um it should be the 11th of November. Mm-hmm. So 11/11, I'm gonna show you guys this dessert, right? And you're gonna try it with a plastic spoon or something. You know, just try it. Um, and yeah, if you like it, you don't like it. If you like it, you can recreate it if you want to. And yeah, thank you guys for watching this long video. And yeah, I'll see you in the next lesson, right? In the next cooking session, right? Have good eats, right? Bon appetit!